Okay, so, let me start this. Hey, here you are. Hey, welcome. Today's Monday. Yeah, it is. Start your watch if you need to. Let's do this. Sorry, I was waiting for Courtney. I know she's supposed to be here. Okay, bring those hands up overhead. Oh, bring it to the right, bring it to the left. Oh, yeah. Make sure you're bumping those hips. Oh, yeah. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. We did. Been swimming. Went to the ball game yesterday. Oh my gosh, we had fantastic seats. It was awesome. It was hot. I was sweating so bad. But we brought home a winner, so I'll take it. Oh yeah. All right, pivot that foot down. There we go. And bring that right arm up to the sky. Yes, make sure you're driving that knee over your third toe. Awesome. And then pop it on back. Dude, we've had some storms, that's for sure. It's good stuff though. Honestly, our grass is needed. It's so bad. Ooh. Okay, so what are we doing today? Today's all about the sliders. I'm excited. We haven't done this in a while. So we're gonna need sliders. And Kristen, thanks for joining. I'm so excited for you. I'll give you some modifications because I'm pretty sure sliders maybe are not your jam so far. Okay. Woo. So make sure you have a chair. Kristen, you have a chair. Can be lots of modifications. Okay, tabletop position. Here we go. Here we go. Curl that tailbone under, tuck that chin. Yeah. Head to the sky, tail to the sky. Bring the shoulder blades back. Nice work. Okay, nice neutral position. Walk those hands forward. Melt that head down. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that feels so good. All right, bring it on up. So last night, bring that right arm out. We had the girls watch Men in Black. Oh my gosh, so funny. Looking back at what I thought used to be like a scary-ish movie. Oh my gosh, it's just funny. And the animations, what was from the 90s to now. Oh gosh, it's good stuff. At first, Addie's like, no, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. And then she started watching. She's like, I want to go back and watch it again. Can I see Men in Black 2? Oh, heck yeah, we're going to watch Men in Black 2. Here, curl those toes under, sit them up and back. Oh, yeah, walk it out. Give me your left. Yes, give me your right. Oh, yeah. Give me both of them down. Push those hips to the sky. Okay, walk it in. Hang out here for just a second and just kind of sway a little bit. Ooh, baby. All right, roll it on up. Give me a nice shoulder roll. Ooh, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, take that leg, pull it against your bum. You could always hold on to a chair, wall, whatever it is. Make sure, whoop, pull that hip forward. And then I'll show you our first two moves. Yay! Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circuits. There's 2 to 3 things in each circuit, and we'll go through them twice. It'll be awesome. It'll go really fast. I'm sure of it. Okay, so here's our first moves. Grab your sliders. First move, slider's going to be on that right side. You're going to go back, forward, back, forward. So lunge sliders. Kristen, for you, girlfriend, you are here. Right leg is forward, left foot is back. You're here, up and down, here, up and down. Okay, all right, here we go. That's our first move. I'll show you the second one because it's gonna ding. Here we go, right side, back and forth. So as we go down, drive that knee to the left. Okay, we're right here in this railroad position. All right, the faster you go, the more intense it is, more time under tension. Okay, dig that big toe into the ground, so the one with the slider, and that's going to cause some resistance as you're trying to bring it up. All right, like I said, make sure you're using those arms. Chest is up. You got it right here. Dig that other big toe, that left one, into the ground and give yourself some stabilization. So long intervals. Yes, you can. Here we go. Here we go. Back and forth. Yes. Nice work. Now we're going to go with narrow and wide push-ups. Kristen, you should be able to do this. Okay. Modification or modified. We're going to be on our knees. Okay. So right here, you're going to do a narrow push-up. So right next to your side, you're going to slide it out. Give me a wide push-up. Slide it in. Narrow push-up. Slide it out. Wide push-up. Okay. Now, if sliding them both at the same time is too much, do it one at a time. Okay. Just try not to shift your weight. So narrow, wide. So when we do the narrow one, it's going to be more of like a tricep push-up in a way where our elbows are against our body. The wide one, we're going out 90 degrees. You want to try it up on your toes? By all means, you do you. Down here. Nice work. Okay. Hey, back to the top. Other side. So here we go. Put on that left side. Okay, we're in that railroad. Dig that big toe in. You can always use a towel if you like have hardwood floor. Here we go. Right. Bring it forward. You might find one side's a little bit better than the other. Okay. Nice tight core. Chest is up. Use those arms. Here we go. Make sure this knee isn't going to go here as we're dragging in. Drive it out. Here we go. Right there, right there. Love using some sliders. We haven't used them in forever, I feel like. Need to add these in more often. They're so fun. Here we go. You can even, when you bring it up, give a little glute squeeze. Why not, right? We're here. Might as well. Nice work. Narrow, wide. So when I say narrow, we're here. Wide, we're here. Okay, so remember, you can be on your knees or your toes. I'm kneeing it. Here we go. Knees. Oh yeah. So narrow, push it wide. Love this. You can always alternate as far as you can have one that goes out and then one that goes in. Okay, you don't have to use them both at the same time. Make sure you're using that exhale to get yourself up. Here we go. My chest, my chest. Nice work. Okay, grab a drink. We're moving on. Yeah. Okay. First move. First move is going to be 2 squat pulses, and then we're going to go in and out. So squat 1, 2, slide it. Sorry, 1, 2, slide it out, slide it in. You can bring it up or you can stay there. Okay, so 1, 2, slide it out, slide it in. 1, 2, slide it out, slide it in. Okay. If you are Kristen, you are here. You're right here. And you're going to go 1, 2, and you can take a break on the chair. Here we go. 1, 2, slide it out, slide it in. Give me 1, 2, slide it out, slide it in. What are we doing here, Brittany? Time under tension. Shifting our weight. That's why we don't have weights in our hands. Because when we don't use weights, gotta do a little time under tension, right? 1, 2, slide it out, slide it in. Here we go. Nice tight core. Okay, you don't have to be here. You can always go up and then bring it down. Okay. Right here, right here. And you gotta make the weird noises. 1, 2, slide it out, slide it in. Here we go. Nice work. Okay, I'm gonna bring this off to the side. You're gonna be in a tabletop position. Okay, here we go. We're in a tabletop position. You're gonna slide it out to a plank, slide it in to a tabletop, slide it out to a plank, slide it in to a tabletop. What are we doing here, Brittany? Hey, guess what we're doing? core action. Slide it out, slide it in, tabletop. Slide it out, slide it in. Now, not good for you. 1, 1, 1, 1. Try not to shift your weight. Do you feel it in your core? Because you should. You're pushing down. Your body will feel it in that core. And it's not a whole lot of movement. Okay, hey. 2 squat pulses in and out on the left side. Here we go. Yeah, because this is all about our quads, core, a little chest. Quads and core for sure. Here we go. Squat 1, 2, out, in. 1, 2, out, in. You got it. Bring it out, in. Okay. Knees driving out. Right here. Now, when you're bringing it in, drag it out, use that inner thigh, bring it in, okay? You make that mind-body connection, right? Out, in, make sure those knees are driving out. Like I said, time under tension right here, right here. Oh, yeah. You got it. Ah. Give it to me right here. Nice. Okay, same thing. Sliders under our shoulders. We're going to a push-up position. And then we're bringing it back in. Only this time, we got to that push-up position. Give me a push-up, right? Let's do this. So tabletop, out to a push-up. Give me a push-up. Into a tabletop. Out to a push-up position. Give me a push-up. Into a tabletop. Okay? Use that core. Use your chest. You go out. Drive those elbows out 45 degrees. So we were at a right next to us and a 90 degree on the other ones. This one, we're going to go out to a 45 degree. Yes, you can. Right here. Squeeze your chest too. Okay. Don't willy-nilly it. Squeeze that chest. Get that core activated too. Nice work. Hey. There's your break. We are moving on. Okay. First, what we're going to do, we're going to do a bear squat hover. Okay. So, hands under our shoulders. We're going to be here in a hover, and this leg's going to go out, and then you're going to bring it in. Okay. Kristen, for you, girlfriend, this is not probably going to work for your ankle. Okay. So, for you, I'm going to have you flip over, and you, my girlfriend, are just going to do glute bridges, or if you want to, out, bring it in. Okay. Whatever works well on your ankle foot. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bear squat hover. Here we go. If you're right here, you can always stay here. If not, right side, left side. So we're alternating. Right side, left side. Now, push your toe into the ground. Find that resistance, okay? Because we can do this, and it can be really easy, or we can add some resistance with our own body. So pushing our feet into the ground. Make sure curling your fingers into the ground. Yeah, unconventional core. Come on, Teresa. Let's do this. Nice work. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to be on our left side. Okay, find me a modified plank. So arm here. Okay, so modified plank, you can be here. Okay, then take your toe. You're going to go forward and back, forward and back. But guess what? You make that resistance. Guess where I'm at? I'm getting that inner thigh. Yes, I am. So I'm pushing down on this slider, going back and forth. Feel it in your core and in that inner thigh, because you have to make that resistance. All right. Also, a little bit of your shoulder and your chest, because you're pushing away. You got it. Right here. Actively push down on your foot. Now you can always be in a regular plank. You don't have to be in this modified plank. However, if you want to really focus on that foot, pushing that foot down, sometimes it's nice not to focus on your balance. Okay, so here we are. We have 3 moves on this one. You're welcome. Push your whole foot into it, okay? Whole foot into it. That's where you're gonna find it. If you just put your toe into it, it's not as much. Put your whole foot into it, okay? All right, slow and steady wins the race on these. All right, because you have to push, you have to focus on pushing down on that slider, right? So inner thigh and core, you got it right here. Feel your side, yes, feel those obliques working hard. I don't know about you, but mine are working real hard right about now. Make sure the hips are stacked. Okay, back to the top. We're going with a bear squat, hover, alternating. Kristen, don't forget, you're doing a glute bridge or glute bridge with a slider. Here we go. Hands under our shoulders. Bring it on up to this bear squat, hover. Now, if this is good for you, awesome. If not, you're with me, alternating. Push your toe into the ground. All right. This is not about cardio. This is about core and our quads for that matter. Here we go. Feel your quads working because we have it about an inch or 2 off the ground. Push away. Look down. You got it right here. More resistance. Heck yeah. Come on. Holy core. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, here. We're going for that modified plank. Okay, like I said, if you want to, you can get up into this high plank and you can be here focused. If you want to be there. Okay, I'm going to try it on this next one because why not? It's the last time I have to do this. Push your foot into the ground. You're going to find your inner thigh working really hard on this too. All right, nice tight core. Bring that hand up. Lots of room between your ear and your shoulder. You got it right here. Push. Hey, my voice is back. I just noticed that. Apparently all I need is a workout. Look at that. Here we go, here we go. Push that foot into the ground. You got it right here. Come on. Feel that core working hard. Holy bananas. Oh, my Blake is working really, really hard today. Okay, hey, elbow under your shoulder. Bring it on up for a modified plank or a regular plank. Here we go. Push it down, up, down. Here we go. Keep that hip up. And what you're going to do is keeping that hip up, and then you're going to push that foot down. It's a lot of hand, eye, mind coordination going on here. It is. You're welcome. Lots of brain power for this early morning. No worries there. You didn't know you were going to get your brain working and your body working. Feel your core working. Like push into it. I'm telling you. Oh, baby. Here we go. Nice work. Hey, here's your break. Grab a drink. We're moving on. Okay, so first move is we're going to plank it up. Okay, we're going to plank it up. And right side's going to go forward. Left side's going to go forward. And then we'll go out to the side and out to the side. You can always be in a modified plank. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a pistol squat with the plank. Okay, I'll show you actually on the break. Kristen, you'll need a chair for this, girlie. Here we go. Plank it up, people. Now, when we put our plank, drive those heels back. Make sure they're a little bit further than hip width distance. So now right arm out, left arm out, right arm to the side, left arm to the side. Okay, and so our body's gonna want to train shift. Don't let it push. Now, when you're trying to push those sliders back, don't just willy-nilly it. Use that muscle. So when you're going out and out, use your chest. When you're going forward, use your shoulders. Drive those heels back if you're with me here. Nice work. Okay, so pistol squat. We're going to have our heel on it, and we're going to go down, up, down, up. Modification is 80-20 squats here. Okay. Other modification is 80-20 squats on that chair. Sorry, Kristen, I didn't get it. Here we go. Right here. So if this is you, right, down, bring it up. Using your quad to push. Yes, you can. Now you can bring that toe into it if you want to, but I like to do my heel because I really want to focus on just this left side. Okay, so it's not about the slider. This one's more about just this leg. Okay, here we go. Yes, you can. Oh yeah. Nice chest up. Like I said, your 80-20 squats, you're just here, okay? Or you're on the chair, 80-20 squats. All right, other side, I'll show you from the front or from the side. All right, so feet hip width distance. Here we go. You're gonna go down, sit down, bring it up, down, bring it up, okay? So I'm sitting back, driving my knee out, chest is up. This is all about that quad, all right? Use your arms to do it. Take that big toe into the ground. This is a really good modification of doing actual pistol squats on the stool and then on to, if you ever wanted to do it on the ground. Funny, I was doing it on a box when we were in Utah. I was asking my nephews if they could do it. Neither one of those two hooligans could do it. It was fantastic that their aunt could and they couldn't. Yeah. Okay, anyways, here we go. You're in a plank. Bring it up, plank it up. Feet more than hip width distance. Forward, forward. Give me side, side. Do not shift that weight. One at a time. Use your chest to bring it back in. Forward, forward, side, side. Yes, you can. Forward. Yeah, forward. Hey-oh, side. Come on, side. We got this. Forward. Yes. Forward. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, hey, here we go. Sliders under our right. We're using that left one, okay? Put that heel on there. We're gonna do these two. One more time. Here we go. Down and up. Down and up. Now, you want to get a little bit crazy? Stay down here, okay? Don't fully straighten up. So, back and forth, more time under tension. But you're gonna find that you need more balance. All right? Completely up to you, wherever you're at. But use your hands if you're here, or if you're not here. Make sure that chest is up. Don't let that knee fall in. Oh no. All right. Drive through with that quad, mind-body connection right here, right here. Or you're at an 80-20 squat. Woo. Make sure your leg doesn't get out too far. My leg wanted to go like sideways. I'm like, wait a minute, it has to go forward. Here we go. Left side. Last time. You're gonna find one side might be a little bit better than the other side. Most of the time, my left side's a little bit better than my right side. You're like, but you're right hand dominant. Yeah, even so. My right one or my left one is just a little stronger for whatever reason. Here we go. Dig this big toe into the ground. So my right big toe, whichever one you're squatting on, that's the one you're going to dig into the ground. Here we go, here we go. Use those arms. If you do not want to fully straighten up, you're going to find more time under tension. You got it, you got it. Right here. Push to that quad. You're going to get a little glute action too. You're welcome. Nice work. Okay, grab a drink. We're moving on. And I never mentioned this. You can always add some weights in there if you really want to. Totally up to you. But it's gonna be harder with your balance too, with having sliders. Okay. So here's where we're going. First one's gonna be a curtsy lunge. Now, some of you might not be okay with curtsy lunges. Okay. Curtsy lunges are not your thing, which is my knee is still driving over my third toe. When I'm doing it, then give me a regular lunge. Okay. Some people aren't good with it. Here we go. Kristen, you're going to do lunges on the chair. Or what you could do is some leg pulses on the ground. Here we go. Okay. Yes. Dig that right toe into the ground. Here we go. All right. So we're getting a little bit of our outer glute. All right. Quad action. A little quad action here. Use your arms. You got it. Right here. I'm not making this super over exaggerated. A lot of times people make it like super exaggerated. No. I'm just back a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now what we're going to do, plank slider to your elbow. All right. So if that's not your jam, it's okay. Okay. We're going to be plank, slider to your elbow, slider to your elbow, slider to your elbow, slider to your elbow. Now, you really want to kick it up, you can go pretty fast on these. Okay, totally up to you. Still not your jam? No worries there. You can be in a modified plank and still do knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Okay, you got it. Nice tight core. Push down on those sliders. Push away from the ground. This is it. This is our last circuit. Okay. Here we go. A little bit of curtsy lunge. Feet hip width distance. This left one's going to go down. Make sure that knee still driving over your third toe. Okay. Big toe into the ground. I'm not over exaggerating it. Sometimes these can hurt our knees. We over exaggerate it. Okay. This is not your jam. And you're like, nope. You're just giving me lunges. All right. Here we go. Use that quad. You got it. Big toe into the ground. Oh yeah. Come on. This is it. Even though we're not using weights, my quads are like, yeah, I am working. I am in the fire right about now. All right, here we go. Nice work. All right. Last little bit. Plank sliders to your elbows. So you can join me here. Like I said, remember, you can always be in the modified plank. Okay, here we go. Now, if you're with me and you're going somewhat fast, make sure your knees, keep your knees and your booty down. Okay, that'll make it more intense. When you're up here, it doesn't do anything. I mean, it does, but we want to focus on our core and proper technique right here. All right. You have 20 seconds. You can do anything for 20 seconds. So looking down, curl those fingertips in. My quads are on fire. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Make sure you're breathing. like 5 seconds or less. Oh, thank goodness. All right, put those off to the side. You have earned and deserve your cool down. Grab a drink of water. Oh. That's a fun one. Bring those hands up overhead. Oh, yeah. Okay. Arms under your T. We're going to talk about late night snacking. Yeah. Anybody else do late night snacking? I totally do late night snacking. And sometimes it's because I'm actually hungry because I was so busy during the day that I didn't eat as much as I needed to. Or sometimes it's because I'm bored. Or sometimes it's out of habit, right? So what's it for you? I mean, or it could be all of those things. Who knows? Okay, but I want to give you guys a couple of tips. When I find myself late night snacking, I'm like, let's think about this. Interlace and pull it forward. 1, try to add protein dense stuff at your dinner. Okay, look at your dinners. Make sure they're really heavy in protein. Because that'll keep you fuller longer. Obviously, we've talked about that a lot. It takes it longer for your body to digest. But also your body might be lacking that protein. So make sure you are getting lots of protein at dinner time. Okay. Number 2, be intentional with your snacking, whatever it is that you're snacking on. Be really intentional with it. And by intentional, I mean, make it a balanced snack. Don't just go in there and grab some, let's just say popcorn. Popcorn's yummy. Love popcorn. Okay, yeah, you grab some popcorn, that's great. Grab the little mini bag of popcorn, but then add like a protein with it because you got, you have a little bit of fat in there, you have some carbs, add a little protein, and then you're gonna, what kind of protein am I gonna add in there? Protein shake. Oh, perfect. There's your shake. Okay, maybe some vital proteins that are flavored. I think there's like watermelon and strawberry. That can be like your drink to go with it instead of a soda. Okay, so be really intentional with it. That you have it, that it's balanced. That way it doesn't like fully spike your blood sugar. Okay. And number 3, try to keep your more calorie dense stuff more not at eye level. I know that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Honestly, it's not. We keep our calorie dense stuff, I say, higher up. Honestly, our pantry is a little crazy, but if I have something that's more calorie dense, I don't have it right in my eye line. I do have it kind of farther up or down, most of the time further up. And that is just because sometimes I just forget and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't even remember I had that. Okay. So I sometimes outsmart myself. Here we go, curl that tailbone under, tuck that chin. Okay. So, and when I'm talking about late night snacking, I'm not talking about like super late. I'm talking about my late night snacking is 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm not a late night snacker because 7:30, 8 o'clock is late to me. Staying up till 10, 11 o'clock, this is killing me. Like everybody go to bed. Walk it forward, bring it down. Ooh, love it. Oh yeah. Like tomorrow for 4th of July, we're going to a friend's house and we're gonna go watch the fireworks. I'm not gonna get home till like 11 or 12. It's gonna kill me the next day to get up, but that's okay. I gotta get up, gotta do my workout, and then I gotta go to work. Yep, this whole week I'm working. Oh, okay. Curl those toes under, send them up and back. Completed. And you are complete. And I hope you enjoyed this one. I know my core says hello. I fully worked out. Walking in, hang out here for just a second. Way to start your Monday off right. That's for sure. Roll it up. Give me a nice shoulder roll. Oh. And then go ahead and do this because a lot of times when we're using those sliders and we're doing planks, we get a lot of tension right here in our shoulders, and especially if we're using the computer or sitting at a computer. Okay. And I want to say thank you so much for joining BrittanyKingLiveWorkouts.com. Woo. Hydrate up. Yeah. See you guys on Wednesday. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for joining.